what is resource? So I get this question a lot, especially from parents wanting to have a better understanding of the continuum of services available potentially for their kiddo, right? So resource is a special education setting. It's typically a small group special education classroom, so that means it solely has kiddos with disabilities in the classroom. And it's typically considered a small group. Now, the term small group can be very loose in the sense of, I would kind of think to paint a picture, I would say about 10, but just kind of depending on states and districts, that number can vary vastly on what is considered a small group. I know when I was a special education teacher, I had resource classes that had 14 kids, and I had a resource class that had 3 kiddos, right? So once again, small group can be kind of a loose term. And these kiddos are typically, resources really set up to be working on academics. Typically the kiddos are 2 years or more behind academically in reading or math, and so they're really working on that specially designed instruction that's really tailored to them and their level. And their instruction is really needing to be broken down and kind of scaffolded to the point beyond what they're doing in the general education classroom. Like even having, support in the general education classroom, they're needing it broken down further and to be able to access the curriculum and the standards, right? They're really working on a lot of reading foundational skills and math foundational skills, right? So that kind of gives you a general idea of resource. Resource can also be for kiddos with behavior needs, what maybe they are, or sensory needs, like if they get very overstimulated and loud and noisy environments, being more in that small group, kind of be more calming, help them regulate, emotionally regulate, that kind of thing. And sometimes it's with behavior, they just do better with less distractions or just more structure. Can be a number of kind of situations, but typically historically it is driven toward, they're still focused on academics, and you definitely may have a little bit of direct instruction with social emotional learning as well, so to kind of give you an idea of what resource is. It's also my favorite setting. It's where I learned to read. I think the magic really happens and in resource, and the specially designed instruction is that's where it's at least for me, who was in 4th grade reading at a kindergarten level, right? So I definitely needed the instruction to be more at my reading level at that point in time. So the more you know.